What's going on, Chugamaniacs? So today you guys voted, and you guys voted for story time. So I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna try not to be fucking autistic and look away from the screen all the time. I'm gonna try to look directly to you and tell you my story. And so here we go. So I thought for my first story time I would tell you about how recently my cat, or more my son Bjorn, almost died, and I'm probably gonna title this like $7,000 pussy or my $7,000 cat or something. I didn't pay $7,000 for him. That ended up being the vet bill for him. So I'll just go into more detail of what exactly happened. So those of you who have not yet met Bjorn, he is the nicest cat ever. Like everyone says that about their cats, like a lot of the time, but he really is nice. Like you can just see him right there. He's just laying down there. I don't know if you caught that. I can actually switch the camera. Look at him, he's so nice. You can see he has his little mark right there. You just flip him over like that. You can see his little scar on his tummy. I think he's more vicious now after the surgery, but yeah, that's what he ended up needing. He needed invasive surgery, so it was like I think it was on Saturday when I first started to notice he wasn't himself, and usually he's all over me, like he loves to cuddle, and he just didn't want anything to do with me. He was sleeping in the bathroom carpet, and yeah, he wasn't eating, he wasn't drinking, but the clearest sign was he was throwing up like yellow bile, and I think I went on for like a day and a half. It might have been Sunday I first started noticing it. I would come back from work on my break, checking on him, and he was still not good. So I told myself the next day, if he's not seeming better, I'm just gonna take him to the vet. And he was not feeling better, so I took him. I actually called my vet, and they said, he it's probably serious, and that he needs to go to an emergency vet because one, they don't have an opening for him at all, and two, they wouldn't be able to do the surgery or even diagnose him. So I had to bring him to the emergency vet on the day that I worked. So I had to take the day off and also bring him there. And so I get him all together, put him in the crate, drive him there. He's crying the whole way, and I'm sad. I don't want to hear my little guy crying. So I get there. I have to call on my way in the parking lot. They grab him, and I guess like what they do with his symptoms is they want to do an X-ray right off the bat. So they're like, "Oh, that's gonna be like 400 to like $700. You need to confirm over the phone before we even do it." I'm like, "Sure." And so they do it, and I was like, "Oh, 400 $700, make sure he's all right. That's fine." And yeah, so I get another call, and they were like, "Yeah, we did the X-rays. We got him on fluids, and blah 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 blah. We fucking jerked him off a little bit. $1,100." I'm like, "Oh man, that was more than the $400 to $700 that you said before." And I was like, "Oh, whatever. 1,100 bucks. That's gonna be everything." And they were like, "We're gonna call you back when the X-ray results get back." I was like, "Fine," because they were also doing like blood work or something, because he could have had like liver, kidneys, or whatever. I'm not a vet. I don't fucking know. So I get the call back, and they're like, "Yeah, um, he has some sort of foreign obstruction in his small intestine, and we're gonna have to slice him up and get in there." And I was like, "Okay." And at that moment, I was like, "Okay, maybe another $1,000 bucks." And they were like, "Yeah, that's gonna be." I think they said like it was like I can't remember. It was like five to like $6,000 something. I can't remember the exact number. And I was like, that's a lot of money. At that point, like, I'll be honest with you, I thought about like being like, does he really like need to live a little bit? I didn't think about it like that, but I was like, you know, that was gonna really kind of fuck me over. So I thought about honestly just bringing him home and seeing if it passed through. And I ended up getting second opinions, and my vet personally said like he's gonna die. So I was like, yeah, yeah, I don't want. It's not his time yet. So yeah, then that's how it was like, fuck it, just do it. And yeah, so I ended up actually going to work that night. I think I worked like 6 hours, and they said like they're gonna do the procedure, and then he's staying there overnight. So I ended up taking the next day off, and I picked him up at around 12, and he was loopy as fuck. I'll tell you, he was super skinny, not good, not good at all. And yeah, for 2 weeks, it's been almost a month now, I think, maybe a month. And I had to give him pain meds, and he had a cone, and he also got neutered, and they kind of fucked it up, and there was like bleeding and oozing and shit. And he hated the cone, and I had to keep him in his own room uh, because he's not allowed to play, and don't know what the cats are gonna do about my other two cats. So yeah, I had to do all that. That was a rough couple weeks, but at the end of the day, like I'm glad. I thought about it kind of today. I was like, he was laying in my lap. He's really back to normal, and I was like, dude, like he could have not been here right now, and it's a really shitty thought to think. That was like probably the worst week of my life. Like it was terrible. I like cried for 2 days straight. It was awful. Like, but yeah, he's back to normal. You saw him, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about pet insurance now because with my cats, it's like $75 a month, and my oldest cat is almost 6 years old, so I don't know how that would add up over time. I guess the only advantage is that you don't have to pay all that money up front. So if you're not really good at saving money, that might be a good option for you. But it's not. I never thought like I would have to put out that much money for a 2-year-old cat. Like I don't even think he's 2 years old. I can't remember how old he is, but he's like two max. Like my other cat, he's fat as fuck. Look at him. Like he's the one who's almost 6 years old. Got all this fupa right here, and like he's never had a problem, ever. And yeah, my teeth just went off for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, like consider it. Consider pet insurance. I still don't know how I feel about it. And when you get a pet, just know that they're they have problems too. They teeth problems, organ problems, all that. That shit costs money. And yeah, no, like I'm not like a crazy cat guy or anything, but you know, I held this cat as a baby, and I was just like, I'm in charge of taking care of him, and I can't just let him go like that. So, but yeah, a little bit of a deep story time here. He like I watch YouTube videos, and he just like stares at the screen sometimes. Beautiful boy. But let me know how you like the video. It's a little bit serious, but that was like the most uh, the topic that I had on my mind the most. And let me know if how you like the story times. Let me know what you want to see next. Whether I can do evening sips, reviews. I really like the idea of like reviewing a product that people will genuinely go online to want to see how it is, and then like maybe my other videos get in there, like they go for like a scrub daddy, and then they go to like me chugging out of a DOS boo. I kind of find that funny. I don't know about you guys. Like my analytics are like the scrub daddy has the most views out of everything, and I have like 26 individual viewers, and like there's like 6 people out of the friend group that watch this, so there's like 20 random people that watch me like stick my finger in the scrub daddy's mouth and like moan a little bit. I kind of find that funny, and then see me chug like random things. So let me know if you want me to chug anything in particular. I have an idea for a review. Um, it is actually something useful that I've had it for a week or two now, and that will probably be next. And yeah, cherish your pets and have a good day.